Hello and welcome to It's Your Business with Mario Toneguzzi on Megapix Media. Joining me today is Murray Sigler, who is Interim CEO of the Calgary Chamber. Thanks for joining us today, Murray.
Well, thanks for your interest in our chamber.
Well, you announced today that you're expanding the accessibility for local businesses to join the Chamber. Before we get into the details of how you're doing it, let me ask you the why. Why are you taking on this initiative at this time?
Well, the Chamber of Commerce wants to do all it can to support business in our city and through that our overall city. So wherever we can, we're out there to support our business community. And because we believe that business is stronger when everyone acts together, that it'll have a more effective voice when it's a stronger voice in terms of the movement for advocacy for which way we can. So the reason why we're doing it is because we really want to support our business community at this very difficult time.
Okay, so I understand you're cutting the membership fee for existing members and for new members. Can you talk a little bit about that and elaborate on what that means?
Well, it's one small way we believe that we can really help tangibly provide that measure of support for local business, because whether they're big or small, existing or new, like the business community is in really tough times in this city. It was in it before COVID, it's continuing on through it. And by all indicators, it's going to be another tough economic year, even though we will be emerging from the pandemic mode as we go forward. So the reduction of our fees, it's our way of investing back in the business community. So we wanted to put that on the table as one small way in which we can provide some tangible help, in addition to the advocacy we want to carry on with and all our programs and everything we're doing for business. We want to do all we actually can to support business, and that's one tangible way.
So how much are you cutting your membership fee by?
Well, we're doing 50% for this year because it's a tough year. The chamber itself is strong enough financially to do so. We were very pleased when we saw over the course of the year that actually we've had quite a high retention rate for our businesses. The businesses needed the chamber more than ever, and the chamber needs to do more for business more than ever. So that we're entering this new year, our 130th year,
Wow.
In a very strong position, in the sense of we're in a position we can do all we can to support business. And really that's the core of what the chamber is all about. We're a member-driven organization, and without a growing number of members, we're perhaps not doing our job. So we're actually growing, and we're trying to do more in various ways.
Just a couple of numbers. So what does a typical membership fee cost?
Well, it can be anywhere from about $700 up to some of the larger companies are up to $50,000. The chamber itself is around, we've got around 1,500 members of various sizes. The large majority of our members in number are small businesses. Mm-hmm. So around that $700 mark in terms of the entry level for payment for fee level. So for those members, they'll be able to, we'll cover half the fees for them for this year. And we hope to attract more members to join the chamber movement through that as well. And so we're holding that out to the broader business community. Sure. And by doing so, we think it'll actually help our effectiveness too as a chamber in terms of our credibility on advocacy, in terms of the value that we can deliver through our events, etc.
So, Murray, can you talk a little bit about the role of the chamber again, and just the importance of having a chamber, especially, I guess, now? Like, does an entity like the chamber become even more relevant and more important in tougher economic times?
Yeah. We really have to be. We believe we are. And if we're not, our members will tell us we're not. So we actually believe a Chamber of Commerce, at least the Calgary Chamber of Commerce, is more relevant, more needed than ever in a very tough economy. And as I said earlier, it's comforting to know, in the sense that our membership has held its levels. It's actually been growing, and that's a pretty good barometer that we're actually providing services that are of our value to our members. Because the chamber itself doesn't get any funding from the city or from government itself. We are indeed a member-driven organization.
Yeah.
And financially, that's what allows us to keep in business. So it's pretty direct. If we're not delivering value, our members will tell us. They'll tell us through a lot of things. They won't attend our events. They won't see value. So yeah. I'm really pleased to see, and everybody at the chamber is pleased to see that's actually appreciated now more than ever. We've had to ourselves adjust what we do as a business, because we've had to prove our own resiliency over the past year, because we've had to go virtual or hybrid model with different events and so on. But it's good to know that we've ourselves been able to do that. We've held our own. Our networking events are virtual, whether they're business after hours or whether they're larger gatherings in terms of political speakers, roundtables to discuss public issues. But we've gone virtual, and the attendance has held. At the same time, we also provide services such as group benefits programs and group insurance programs to business. And a large number of our membership, say about probably a third of our members, are smaller businesses that join for those group benefit programs. That's their draw into the chamber. And as there's been a proliferation of small businesses, actually, there's been a lot of failures, of course, which is really sad by small business. That's why we're advocating for support measures for business as well. There's been a lot of new small businesses get started over the past year as people have looked for new opportunities. And to those individuals or those entrepreneurs, our group benefit program are really useful, especially group health benefits. We're in a world of pandemics and so on. So it's a very strong group benefits program we offer. And then through that, others don't need that, but they're really attracted for networking. Others, I think we've done a recent survey, which said about 90% of the members that we've been reaching out to for feedback say our advocacy work is really important. The work we're doing on policy is really important, like with City Hall on taxes or with fiscal responsibility generally with all orders of government, because that's timely, because people can't afford those taxes. The work we do to try to get financial assistance to business, whether it's from the province or the federal government, for those impacted that have had to close their doors, has really been important and well received by businesses. So we've been proving what we can do and of its value, but the proof of the pudding is kind of in how many people are eating it, and it's really been well received, and we've emerged with a different kind of mix of business and services and value than we might have had 5 years ago. That's important because the world has changed, our economy remains soft, and Calgary itself as a city has changed. We also are trying to reach out and be more inclusive all we can in terms of representing all elements of the city geographically, small and big, all sectors. So that's another reason we want to reach out and try to grow the chamber for its own voice and credibility, being louder and stronger.
Okay, well, great. Thanks very much, Murray, for joining us today.
Good, thank you very much. I appreciate your interest.
Okay, that was Murray Sigler, who is Interim CEO of the Calgary Chamber. This has been It's Your Business with Mario Toneguzzi on Megapix Media. Thanks for joining us today.